Casey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John F. Hendes Veterans Memorial Stadium for tonight's Salute to Service matchup between the Abington Ice Comets and your Valley View Cougars. At this time, the Cougar Kickoff Club and the Pennsylvania National Guard would like to honor Airman Second Class Peter Puhala Sr. Airman Second Class Puhala served in the United States Air Force from 1966 to 1969 and was part of the 10th Offensive Campaign in Vietnam. He was awarded the National Defense Medal along with the Vietnam Service Ribbon with 2 stars. He has been the commander of the VFW Chopra Navy Post 6082 for the past 15 years. He has also served as the commander of the Herbert Clark American Legion for 15 years. Airman Second Class Puhala coordinates and has participated in multitude of veterans funerals throughout the area. Pennsylvania National Guard Private Haley Ryan, and Cougar Kickoff Club President Cindy Sabcobb, and Vice President Paul Mimo will present Airman Second Class Peter Puhala Sr. with a plaque.
What's up, Bob? How you doing, man?
United States Congressman Matt Cartwright is unable to be here due to scheduling conflict. Congressman Cartwright prepared a certificate from the United States House of Representatives to honor Airman Second Class Peter Puhala. The citation reads, "A heartfelt congratulations on being honored at the Valley View Salute to Service game for your meritorious service to our nation in the United States Air Force. Your service in the 10th Offensive Campaign in Vietnam and your earning of the National Defensive Medal and Vietnam Service Ribbon Medal with 2 stars is truly commendable. Your continued service at local American Legions, VFWs, and community events for veterans is greatly appreciated. Thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for the veterans."
North American Warhorse Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships, is on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside John Hendes Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're in Peckville, Lackawanna County. Tonight, it's a Lackawanna Football Conference Division I showdown as 2-1 Abington Heights battles 2-1 Valley View. A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Hyde, and welcome to week number 4 of high school football right here on My TV. Joining me for the 7th year now, former Tunkhannock area coach Jan Secek.
Thank you, Bob.
Jan, these two teams coming off big wins over Wyoming Valley Conference teams the last 2 weeks. Now it's an important game because we're in division, so how important is it?
It is huge. This is going to have playoff complications for both of these teams. Right now, Valley View would love to get the power points from a 5A Abington, and Abington wants to just keep the success rolling.
Speaking of the Comets, they're coming off a big win last week over Dallas. They really got things rolling since that week 1 loss. They like to throw the ball with Nick Bradley, and when they do, it's our figure law firm spotlight player that he hits a lot. That's Sean Theodore.
Sean Theodore, 6'2", 185-pound senior, wide receiver, defensive back, former quarterback. He threw for over 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns his sophomore year, but last week he had 137 yards and 2 touchdowns, which helped propel the Comets to their victory.
Cougars coming off a big win, comeback win against Wilkes-Barre last week. Boy, they like to run the ball. 30 carries per game they average, and when they do, they like to run it with our other figure law spotlight player, Preston Reed.
Preston Reed, 6'1", 220 pounds. He's a big, strong type of running back that really fits this Valley View offense really well. Coach Wasilchek, last year, the game was close, and then they blew it open the second half by a solid running game, which I think we're going to see again tonight, Bob.
Absolutely, probably see that. Let's go to the keys to the game first for Joe Repsch's Abington Heights team.
Well, Coach Repschis is doing a yin-yang. He wants to protect the football, but he wants to get turnovers. And then he wants to be able to control the line of scrimmage and do what the offense can do best, and that is score. And then for Valley View, Coach wants to play physical football up front. He wants to try to determine the line of scrimmage, and he wants to get that time of possession to keep the ball away from Abington.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Penn College. Beautiful night, as I said. Another beautiful night for high school football. Let's see if it will continue that way over the weekend with Mike Susko from the Fox 56 News, first at 10.
Good evening, Bob and everybody. Well, tonight is going to be a rather warm night for some Friday night football here. It'll be dropping back into the 70s for kickoff, and then around halftime it'll be in the low to mid-70s, eventually dropping back into the 60s, I think, by the end of the fourth quarter or shortly after. But you can see it's going to be a warm September night, so please make sure you are drinking water and just making sure that you are taking care of yourself. We'll be dropping back into the 50s overnight tonight, near 60 degrees to start things off tomorrow morning. Saturday and Sunday looking like 2 beautiful days. Will be in the 80s, so it will be warmer than average. The big question is, does that continue into next week? We'll have that question answered for you tonight at 10, but for right now, let's send it back out to you on the field.
Thank you, Mike. The Cougars have defeated the Comets 9 straight times. Is this the night Abington Heights pulls off the upset? We'll find out. It's Abington Heights and Valley View next.
You're watching North American Warhorse Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships on My TV WQMY.
With our referee tonight, Jason McDermott. John Pasco is our umpire. Paul Kalezi, the linesman. Kevin Grassi, the line judge. Rob Rowinski, the field judge. And the side judge, as you see right there, Mr. Rodney Williams right on cue, Mr. Kalezi next to him. Valley View has won the toss. Valley View will receive. What does that say to you?
That means they're going to go pound and ground. They're going to set the tone right from the get start. They're going to test Abington's defense to see how well. But last week, Valley View, on their defensive side, they had 3 interceptions. Mm-hmm. So that's going to put Abington going, wait a second, maybe their pass game won't be as effective as they want it to be.
This is an old Big 11 style. This will be a physical football game. We talked to both teams during the week. They talked about the physicality, especially in this division. Each game now going forward, it's going to be hard on the body and then recover and play again.
And we talk about the next man up mentality, but these teams, again, in the Lackawanna Conference, really are known for how physical they are and how hard they hit. They've been very successful against the Wyoming Valley teams over the last 3 weeks. And again, over the last few years, the checkbox mark goes always to Lackawanna in terms of wins and losses. So this is going to be a great high school football game this evening.
There's one game actually taking place just down a couple miles away at Scranton Memorial Stadium. We will be there next week. It's the Bell game. The annual Bell game kicked off at 5 o'clock. Scranton is beating West Scranton 21-0. That is at the end of the third quarter. We'll give you a final a little bit later on. Joe Repchis walking the sidelines. Longtime coach. How about 20 seasons for Repchis, 119-90 overall as a coach. But this may be his best team in years. Last year they made the playoffs for the first time since 2016. They're looking to accomplish the same thing this year, are the Comets.
They really have. And Coach Repchis, weathered the storm throughout that COVID, I'm going to say, debacle that everybody went through. He lost numbers, but now he's gaining a lot of kids on the sideline. If you look at the sideline there, these kids are dialed in and ready to go.
Jack Farrell, the senior, ready to kick this conference game up. It goes off to the right side from the 10. That is number 24, Tristan Smith. He brings it up. He has room. And nice return for the Valley View Cougars to start their first series of this game, but with Zach Glowinski. Converted linebacker, running back. He's played quarterback the last few years, and Valley View will tell you they're not a throwing team. He said he's getting better at it, but he is a runner first.
He really is. And you don't have to be really throwing the ball a ton in this offensive scheme that Coach Wasilchak has implemented here in Valley View. They're going to run the ball. It's going to give him time to mature and really understand what needs to be done passing-wise.
We had a holding call on the kick return, so that will back up Valley View deep into their own territory, and they're still walking. And it's going to go to the 8-yard line. So not the prime field position you want to start in the game, but that's where the Cougars are going to take it from.
And again, we know the way that their offense is set up, they're going to start pounding the ball often and early.
The team this year averages 17 points per game, 190 on the ground, just 64 through the air. Little pitch out to Nick Kaharski, and the defense is right there. Reading that play is number 25, Dominic Vergnetti, the linebacker.
You'll see right here, it looks like it was going to be an option, and he just quick pitched it out there. Number 75, Danny Murphy, 6'4", 250-pound senior. He's got to do a better job kicking that defender out to the sideline.
Abington, 15 points per game so far. They lost their first game to East Stroudsburg South. 154 on the ground, 109 through the air, 263 overall. They have 2 interceptions on the year, 6 returners on that defense, so they're looking for big things. From the eye, that is Kaharski. Just a few. So let's take a look at this offense from Valley View, brought to you by North American Warhorse. Kowinski, Kaharski. We haven't seen Preston Reed yet, but we will. Beyond Kovac, Marino, a great tight end. And up front, very senior-oriented, except for Brody Call. He's just a freshman.
And again, they average 240 pounds across the board. What I saw from Valley View is they're getting on the line quickly and a real quick snap count. They're not sitting back. They didn't give Abington a chance.
Reed now the sidecar. We're going to go to the air. Nope, Kowinski will pull it down, and Valley View's ready for that. That interior defense on the first series has shown they want to come and play tonight. That's a loss of 1. And Cougars are going to have to punt.
That was Brandon Lazinski and Sil Richards in there. Boy, they big and strong. Look at that. They just collapsed that. They pinched that gap down. There was nowhere for the quarterback to run.
So deep from his own end zone. That's Ukowski will do the kicking, and it's a nice high kick. And a fair catch right around midfield from Valley View. That is Noah Cahill. And that's where the Comets will have it. And we'll see Nick Bradley. Bradley, a junior. 335 yards so far, just one interception on the year, Coach.
He's really done a nice job. And when I talked to Coach Repshis about him, he said he's just an athletic kid, and he really does a nice job. I saw him earlier in the summer at a passing scrimmage at Abington High School, and he was just threading the needle so easily at those passing scrimmages, and that's what Coach is hoping to do tonight.
So great field position to begin this drive for Abington Heights inside Cougar territory. They marked it at the 47. Bradley, keeper, small hole, taken down quickly by Brady Skeen. Here now the offense for Abington Heights, averaging 28 points per game. Bradley, Vergnetti, and Loss when there is a fullback in. Sometimes they go four wide. Theodore and Brower, wide receivers, and there you see the tight end. And up front, all seniors, some inexperience.
And they're going to lean on the veteran guys to bring that along. They average 239 pounds, very similar to Valley View's offensive line in terms of size and weight. Difference of 1 pound.
This defense averaging 13 points so far this season. Good hole for Vignetti. Vignetti deep inside Valley View territory. A gain of almost 20 yards inside the 30 for the senior.
Dominic Vignetti does a great job in here. They dialed up the perfect play on that blitz, and the offensive line, you saw, just swallowed it up, and he was able to get that yardage off the left side of the line of scrimmage.
Officially about 15 yards, so Abington Heights in good shape now. Farrell is a very good kicker, so almost, I would say, in field goal range to begin this game. So bunch formation now for the Comets. Quick pitch to Vignetti. Cuts it in. The defense is there. That is Aiden Mutual, the junior, who has 12 total tackles coming in.
Nice job. I understand what Abington's trying to do. They're packing everybody inside the box, and they're trying to hit them outside. Great job by our end zone camera. You see all the action up front with the offensive line, defensive line, battling it out.
Vignetti, 196 coming in. 2 touchdowns for the 5'5 senior. Got a couple carries here. Theodore checks the play with his quarterback. Oh, some movement up front. That's going to go, I believe, against Abington Heights.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 5, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
So that might change the play a little bit now.
I think they're going to come right back to it, to be honest with you, Bob. The way that they went with their double tight, double flanker formation, Valley View went to a cover 2. So that allows their 2 free safeties now to give a 2-man coverage, especially when you got our player of the game, Sean Theodore, actually our spotlight player of the game, Sean Theodore, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Had a monster game last week. 6
returners on offense for the Comets coming in. And another flag. Well, Coach Reps just won't like this, and this will back them up 5 more yards.
Prior to the snap infraction, number 51, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Nothing hurts a coach more than 2 penalties in a row, especially the same penalties.
And that the second penalty was on their center. Miles not there, 6 foot, 195-pound senior. He probably rocked back a little bit, and that's what they called it. And that's what the officials are here for, to make sure there's no real advantage to either side.
Well, you would think on second down this is an obvious passing situation for Nick Bradley, and he goes right to the shotgun. Let's see if Valley View will send the blitz. No, they're going to hand it off to Vignetti. Nowhere to go. 1 yard on the play. Big hit in there.
Gianni Marino on that, Bob. Wow. Does a nice job. They're trying to trap. He misses the kick-out block. Number 4 is pursuing, but you saw number 5 step right up in there and plug the hole. Gianni Marino's really done a tremendous job for Valley View at that middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, Brady Skeen was on the bottom. He's a senior with 23 total tackles coming in. But Marino's the real deal, 31 total tackles, all-star caliber player. So 3rd and real long now. Bradley to the air. All day to run and pass. Here comes the pressure. Going to go deep. Into the end zone. It's a flip, and it's caught. What a great catch from Shane Bauer. The 6'2 senior pulls it in for a Abingtonites touchdown, brought to you by North American Warhorse.
Wow, what a play. Holy smokes. That was tremendous. He had all the time. Nick Bradley had all the time in the world. Look at this. He's rolling to his right, stops, plants a perfect spiral. Look at that. Right back. He had to come back a little bit for it, but great concentration for that touchdown.
And you can see Yukowski, the senior, saying, I can't believe he caught that. We can't either. One of the better catches we'll see all year long. Farrell in for the extra point, and the Comets have caught the play. Hold on. It is blocked. No good. But what a great drive and a great play to put Abington Heights up. 6:30. Tonight's starting defense. Sespico, Richards, Lazinski, and Abda. Brought to you by North American Warhorse. The 2 linebackers, Vignetti and Padula, and they'll run a 4-2-5. So a couple strong safeties in there. Davis, Brower, Anders, Theodore, and Serafinko. Okay, Cougars need to show something on offense. There's no yards on their first drive. They had a punt from their own end zone. And this is Preston Reed. And the big running fullback brings it up, powers forward for 2.
Preston Reed, 6'1", 220-pound senior. Comes back shaking his head a little bit. Does a nice quick toss. Nice job by the fullback, number 38, to pinch and seal. Again, that's 3 yards. That's what Valley View's going to do. They're just going to keep pounding the rock. They're going to take 3 and 4 yards at a clip and just keep the possession, which is what Coach wants to do. That was one of his keys to the game, was the time of possession.
In their 35-14 win last year at the Pit, Valley View ran for 351 yards. 351, Coach. And they won 35-14 as Preston Reed comes up. And how about this differential in plays? In that game, Valley View runs 68 plays, Abington Heights just 33. That was the difference in the game.
And when you are running the ball as effective as Valley View did last year, they just took the page, they watched the film and said, let's do it again because we know we can. And Preston Reed just did a real nice job on the fullback trap up there in the inside. That was Brody Call, the left guard, that pulled number 50.
So it was an NEPA Builders first down. First one of the game for the Cougars. Here's a little end around, get to Kaharski. He has speed. This is coming back, though. He's a hold. He's going to be ridden out of bounds just past the 45, but as I said, the flag came in as he made the turn. And one guy put his hands up, and that's a sure sign you made the penalty.
Guilty as charged, sir.
Yeah, so this will be from the line of scrimmage, so another hold, second one of the game. And that's a big one because that after the first down, that'll back them up.
And you'll see right here, right there's the hold, right there. He grabbed number 5. You saw it. He's like, come on, man. Come on, man. That was number 9. Jack Kovac, the senior, the 5'8", 170-pound senior.
Yeah, sorry, Jack. It was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't mean to call you out. We really didn't. But it was right there, and he's going to – let's see now if he makes it up for it in the game. But still first down. That's the good thing.
Yes, and it's early in the game. So, again, there's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion in this game right now. They're just going to have to just settle down and play Valley View football.
Second conference game for Valley View. They already lost to Prep in week 1, 33-0, as a couple players go into the Valley View bench. And we have a shaken-up Cougar.
And you see on the replay, just a quick hit around the outside. Right there, you saw in your screen, he just drove him off to the sidelines.
Yeah, I think
legal play.
I think that's Preston Reed, though, who's shaken up. Reed gets up gingerly for the Cougars. He was on that block that you saw fly by into the Cougar bench. He's going to take a breather. And Coach Wasilchak saying, isn't there a penalty on that? It's excessive, but no, there wasn't. So second down. Good gain of 10, so it gets some of it back. Lewinsky can't get out of the grab of Vignetti. 2 yards on that.
That collapsed really quick, so credit Abington's defense on that to really shut that down.
Valley View, after the Prep loss, came back and beat Crestwood 28-13 and beat Wilkes-Barre in comeback fashion last week, 25-20.
And that's the confidence that Valley View has. They know that, hey, if they were down, they know they can come back, and they did it once, and they're down now, and there's a lot of game to go.
Gawinski back, little quick out and off the mark. And the Cougar faithful want a penalty, as it was intended for Ben Evans. Good play on that side, though, by Rocco Serafinko.
Snap was a little low. Good ball thrown. And, again, it was really tight coverage on him. And again, understand, people, when the ball's in the air, both players can go for the ball. And that's what, right now, Abington's saying, hey, I was going for the ball on that.
So Yukowski does the kicking. Nice. This is a low kick. There's some room out there. And it's going to die right at the 31-yard line, so that's where Abington Heights has it. 3:20 left, 6-0 Comets.
Having trouble with your engine, transmission, or brakes? Call Rick at RS Carrilla Transmission and Service Center. His trained and knowledgeable staff will help you and your auto and motorcycle service problems. Serving the Valley and surrounding areas for over 40 years. RS Carrillo is a proud sponsor of Valley View football. Good luck, Cougars.
Here come the Comets, up 6-0. Back to the ground game. Vignetti has a nice hole, shoots through for about 4. Taken down in the middle of that defense. Looks like Kovac, number 9.
That was a tremendous surge by the Abington Heights Comets offensive line. When you watch this, watch it, all of a sudden, look, they're 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage was at the 30. They plowed them back to the 32 before any contact was made.
A little fullback trap, and it works right to loss.
they had a lot of success with that fullback trap last week. What they do is they're setting you up on the outside, and you just see that in there. It's just all they're doing is they're running like an option play on the reverse out with the quarterback, and the fullback just comes straight up the center's backside.
Thatcher Loss, just a sophomore. That was actually the first carry of the season for him, according to the stats. This is Vegnetti, has room. Nice blocking from this offensive line. As you talked about, they were 7 yards down the field, and that's what the gain is.
And that was the right tackle, Liam Fick, 6 foot, 270-pound senior. Watch him come into your living rooms, folks. Right there, just pushes, and just enough to spring his running back for 5 yards.
Jeffrey Wilczak, the sophomore, number 6 on the tackle. He came in with 19 total tackles, 2 for a loss. Just a gain of 5. Right at midfield for Abington Heights. Put another drive together. Back to Thatcher, and hello, that is Marino, all-state, all-star linebacker. Here's the defense for the Cougars. Brought to you by North American Warhorse. Williams, Contrat, Rukowski, and Muschel. Up front, Skoblik, Marino, Wilczak, and Skeen. And then the secondary, Leslie, Yukowski, and Kaharski. All District 2 player Kaharski as a quarterback, and he's also being recruited by a lot of PSAC teams. So he's an all-state type player. They're going to stay away from him because he did a shutdown job last year on them, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So a big third down for both teams. Under a minute to play, first quarter. Bradley, 3-step back, going to go long, just out of the reach of Sean Theodore. And it'll be 4th down now, and Comets will be forced to punt.
Yeah, Bradley just led a little bit too much on that play. It was just
and who was covering him?
He
Number
was
7.
Number 7. They were going to test him. I mean, why not? You're not going to be afraid of one guy. You got to push it and see what he can do.
So Valley View did a nice job last year on Nick Bradley in this game. He was just 8 of 21. So far, good job. This is Bradley. Low line and kick. McLean from about his 18. McLean with room on the left. Comes up, gets a block. That springs him. There's the flag, though. I think there was a blindside block that's going to be called. So this one may be coming back. It was a solid hit, but I don't think a legal hit. So let's check out what the penalty is. And this may cost Valley View some more yards. It's either a block in the back or a blindside block.
I believe it's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody really go flying.
No.
That would indicate that, blindside block.
Something that's difficult to put in words. We helped Tim and his family in Clark Summit and Doreen and her family last year in Factoryville, and the experience, it really makes us feel like it's bigger than all of us. You know, it's very special, and we know that we have a lot more work to do. There's a lot of families out there just like theirs that are calling for help, and you know, we're proud and excited to keep doing this, you know, good work and helping the next family that needs us.
There's Reed, carries a couple players. They're going to be close to an NEPA Builders first down. So how can people nominate someone to get this roof? You just saw the website up there, I believe. We'll take a look at the replay. Jan?
Great job. Again, number 50 is getting, as a freshman, he's getting a workout in there in terms of pulling. Doing a great job up there for Valley View to sustain this drive.
So anyway, back to NEPA Builder. Did you see the website? How do people nominate a local deserving family?
Yeah, absolutely. So the message is everybody that's at home, you're in Abington, you're Clark Summit, Dalton, maybe you're here in Valley View, Jessup, Peckville, Archibald. We need you to go to our website. We all have somebody on our street in our neighborhoods that have a roof that's bad, and you know this family, they need our help. They need your help, but we can't do this without you, right? This is how we get the nomination. So we're asking everybody at home, look around your neighborhoods, nominate your family, go to our website, nepabuilders.com, navigate to the Give Back page, enter their information and your information, help us help these people, and we could all do a great job together building our community.
Are you surprised about how it's taken off the last 2 years? I mean, we're happy to be part of it. Trust us, we love it at the station. But how about you guys? Is it what you expected or more?
It's so much more. Honestly, I think it's helped us build our team and these families in a way that I think we thought it was going to be special, but it's really just on another level. And you know, with this year, we're going to have the past families come. We do we're not like nobody's religious, but they do a little bit of a prayer beforehand, and it's just this moment that everybody gets together and you know, realizes what's going on and how big it is. So yeah, Bob, it's really been amazing.
Toby, if I can ask you a question, when you show up at the winter, I'm going to say the winter site, it's not like a normal work day. It's like, I think, or maybe I'm just imagining.
You're right.
The adrenaline, is it like a little bit more special at that point?
It is like a state game playoff.
It
really is. The moments, it's big, and you know, the silence when we're, you know, before we get started and we get everybody in a huddle. It's everybody's got these red shirts on. They're carrying shingles. They're tearing shingles off a roof. Some of these people are in our office. They don't even work in construction. They're just all there to help this family.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they could be raking leaves or moving things in their house, whatever it takes to just help this person while we're there.
Steve, our producer, said he volunteers. So
hey, Steve, you're hired, buddy. Steve, let's go. We're ready to go.
No timeout. I'm not sure. Now we have a penalty. So now it's going to back up Valley View. And penalties have hurt them so far in this game.
Especially on the kickoff returns. They're special teams. They've had great returns that have been negated by penalties. And now, again, this one's not as bad, though. I mean, it's 2nd and 11 now. So that's manageable as opposed to the last year's when they were 2nd and 20.
Kind of a wishbone look. Reed up forward. You don't see that often. 3 guys like that in the backfield. That's like old school, isn't it?
That is old school. That reminds me of, God, back in the day, God rest his soul, Dick Bedison, who was Villanova's head coach, and he was Bishop Egan's head coach, and that's all he ran was wishbone. And I know my former head coach that I worked for, Rich Manella, when he started the Kings program, went to the wishbone. And the reason they do that is for time of possession, to keep the ball out of the opponent's hands.
Well, that's what exactly Valley View's trying to do, plus tie this game up. Glowinski looking for a block, cuts it back, powers forward, and it will be an NEPA Builders first down, and it's a good chance for us to say thank you, Toby, for everything, and make sure you get to that website one more time and get a deserving family a roof at the end of the year. Toby,
absolutely.
Thanks for coming up.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
You're always welcome in the booth.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Anytime.
You're always welcome in the booth.
Thanks, gentlemen.
So that keeps the Cougar drive going, just what the doctor ordered. And a nice job by Kowinski to cut back on that.
He has really done well. They've done that a bunch of times. They fake the toss, and he just keeps it, turns back, and goes.
Back to Reed, who was in the power eye. He comes through.
breaking tackles, no flags, and it's a North American Warhorse touchdown for Valley View. 17-yard gain.
Nice job by our spotlight player of the game, but the reason that was so successful, they went power eye left, they went power left, they just have more bodies on that side, and they cleared it out at the line of scrimmage. Great job by, look at that, right in there, you see how it just, and he cuts back inside. Yeah. Nice job by Preston Reed.
He powers up, and then it's an NEPA Builders first down on the legs of Nick Bradley.
That's what Coach Reps just said he brings to the table in terms of a quarterback. He's looking downfield. They did a nice job with their double tight, double wing formation, and he's looking, scrambling, eluding tacklers, and he gets a key first down to keep the Comets' drive alive.
Theodore was going down the right side. He was well covered, so that's why Bradley had to pull that one down. Here comes the blitz from Marino. They pick him up, and Begnetti, just a couple. So Valley View kind of feeling out on first down. They're running the ball.
They are, and if you see the quarterback, he reversed out on that. He's spinning to his left, coming back to his right, handing off. And what that does is that gives time for the guards then to trap, which is what they're trying to do.
See if that causes Greg Justave, the offensive play caller for Abington, maybe to adjust it a little bit, because right now Valley View's teeing off on that run. Out quickly. Bauer, who already has that touchdown reception in the end zone, he's up for an NEPA Builders first down to the 48.
And you see there's the offensive coordinator. Watch his footwork here. Great job. The ball's a little low, gets it in, just does a little stutter step, gets in there, and then lowers his shoulders and gets another Northeast Builders first down.
Nick Kaharski on the tackle. So that keeps the drive alive. Under 4 to play. Both teams have their full allotment of 3 timeouts. Bradley turns around. Begnetti. He scoots through at 5'5". Tough to take down. Gets up for 3 inside Cougar territory.
We're seeing a lot of power offense and trapping games by both teams in here, trying to kick that defensive end out. The defensive ends are pretty solid on both sides of the line. So, I mean, pick your poison. Do you want to go at 225 or do you want to go at 280? I mean, and they're going at both sides. That's what I like about they're being very balanced.
It's on second down. Bradley's going to roll. Looking downfield again. He finds Bauer, his favorite receiver tonight. He makes the catch. He's up for 13 yards and another NEPA Builders first down.
Nice job gang tackling by the Valley View Cougars on that. There were 4 black jerseys around that. Yes, I said black jerseys. That's the jerseys that they're wearing tonight in honor of the service to all the EMTs and our servicemen out there and women out there.
Nice drive being put together for the Comets, kind of reacting up to what Valley View did. Ooh, that is number 11 who powers up through for Abington Heights, and he's shaken up. Anthony Severs, a junior.
Watch this hit at the very end here. That's why I went, oof. He's in there, and all of a sudden, right there, his legs got taken out from him, and it was by his own offensive lineman who was on the ground. A.J. Abda, 6'2", 225-pound senior playing right guard.
Bradley on the fake. No one blocking out there for him, so he just puts his head down inside the 30. It goes. Clock will continue to run. And so whistles. Timeout. 1:28 remaining. There you see the play. Brady Skeen on the tackle, and they're inside the 30. Nice drive being put together now for the Comets, right?
The Comets are doing a lot of misdirection, too. That time they had number 73, the right tackle, Liam Fick, pulled to his left. Quarterback then, it's like a naked bootleg, came around to the right side. That's why he was able to get the yardage that he did, but boy, did he get walloped.
Well, here's what Abington Heights done so far. We mentioned this, the loss to the Cavaliers, come back to beat West. You know, Dallas is 0-3. They're still Dallas. They're still state runner-ups. That's a big win when you go up to the back mountain.
Especially over the last few years,
Yeah.
how Dallas has owned the District 2 and the 4A championship. So, yeah.
And then now North Pocono comes in undefeated. They play well in Paul Pack tonight. They could be undefeated when they go out to North Pocono next week. And then you're into that tough schedule until and then you get a Wyoming Valley Conference team at the end. But still, tough going forward for the Comets.
Boy, I'll tell you, it doesn't get any easier. Coach Dolan's doing a great job at North Pocono. Coach Olsemer's struggling, but he knew it because he graduated 18 seniors last year. And when I say graduated 18 seniors, those dudes, they were studs.
So after the Abington timeout, Bradley's going to go up forward. He'll get the NEPA Builders first down, and slipping tackles. Somehow Nick Bradley slipped out of there, and he's inside the red zone for the first time tonight for the Comets.
And that was strong safety Tim Olkowski for the Comets, for Valley View that came up that got taken for a ride in here. You see Marino comes in and collapses it, but he just gets on the outside. Boy, that was a foot-to-foot tripped him up on that. Saved the touchdown.
Blaze Alexander Family Dealership red zone for the Comets after the 11-yard gain. Bradley, little fade to Theodore. And great defense down there by Rich Leslie, the senior, knocks it away.
That was tremendous. What a great play. I love the play calling. But the defense, boy, did he hold up. He does a pump fake, tries to get him to bite on it. Look at that, perfectly laid out. If you look, his right arm had hooked the inside, his left arm. Wow. Sean Theodore was literally a one-armed receiver on that.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. 2 years ago, he was the quarterback when Bradley was a freshman. And you mentioned in our pregame, he threw for over 1,500 yards to Theodore. But Nick Bradley, he's the guy. He has a strong arm, great baseball player. Already's made a commitment, and we have a flag coming in. I think he is a free play, knocked away, goes out of bounds. It wasn't stopped, but the flag did come in. So 49 seconds remain. 47, excuse me.
He had good time to throw the ball. Great job by the offensive line with the protection. Look at that. Great job. The only thing is, I'm sure Coach Vasilchek is saying, turn your head around.
Yeah, Marino.
We don't want to get a penalty.
Let's see what the flag is, though.
You see Coach Vasilchek.
Illegal shift here. Decline. We're going to decline that foul. We're going to decline that foul.
Okay, there you hear Jason McDermott. Valley View will decline it.
And
on the illegal shift.
On our preview screen, I saw Coach Vasilchek saying decline.
So it's 3rd and long. Comets still have 2 timeouts. They're in field goal range at the 18. And it's 3rd down and 10. So let's see now what they want to do. They go for the end zone, you run it, and then do a field goal. What are you thinking here?
Well, you have a kicker like Jack Farrell. You know what? Maybe we're going to try to get more towards the center of the field on this play.
12th play of the drive. It started at their own 25. Inside the Blaze Alexander red zone. Bradley going to roll. Has room to run if he wants it. He takes it. Can he get out of bounds? He gets a block. It's hit hard, and he doesn't get out of bounds. Does not get out of bounds and does not have an NEPA Builders first down. They will call timeout with 37 seconds left.
And that was big Gianni Marino, 6'2", 220-pounder that lays the wood on this. You see Bradley coming across right there. Watch this. Bam! Right in there. Nice stop.
So 4th and call it 2. What do you do? Field goal or go?
I'd go for it. But then again, that's probably the reason why I'm up here. No, Coach Repshis, he's a very thorough coach, sometimes conservative, but Coach Justev, his offensive coordinator, I'm sure is saying, let's go for it, let's do this.
You see Coach Repshis talking to the referee.
I'm sure he didn't particularly care for that hit on his quarterback, but there was nothing illegal about that.
I thought maybe a little high, but it wasn't called on the field. So after the National Guard, Army National Guard timeout here on the night for Salute to Service. Here's the
Here we go, folks.
We're getting there.
We're almost there. Technical difficulties. We'll be all right.
So anyway, you see the referee saying, it looks like they're going to go. The offense is still on. The field goal kicker has not come on and placed the tee. So it looks like Abington's going to roll the dice late here in the first half, looking for the touchdown.
And they do get the ball to start the second
you
half,
are correct.
so why not go for it?
Here we go. Here comes the blitz. They're going to go for it. They're going to throw it up into the end zone for Gavin Anders, and he can't make the catch. Good defense by Nick Kaharski. Little deep for Gavin Anders. and Valley View takes over on downs.
Nick Koharski did a tremendous job forcing the receiver out of his route and made that a more difficult throw, and he had nowhere to go with it. Great job on that coverage by Nick Koharski.
So 13 plays, 75-yard drive, yields 0 points. Play call.
For who? Valley View?
Valley View. No, the play call for Abington.
I thought that was a great call. Again, they've been able to get separation, but when you go to against their best cornerback, that's going to be tall. I would have put our spotlight player against them just so you had that size difference. Sean Theodore at 6'2".
So coming up in the NEPA halftime report, brought to you by Toyota. As we roll out the clock, we'll have a report from our Fox 56 News first at 10. See coming up on the news after the football game over on Fox. We'll have our check presentation, and Jan and I will check out district standings, give you some scores from around the area, and of course, check in highlights. That's on the Toyota halftime report. And don't forget, national highlights coming as well. 1 half in the book. It's been a good half here at John Hens's Veterans Memorial Stadium, an evenly matched game.
Warhorse and MyTV WQMY are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. North American Warhorse is proud to join MyTV to provide each host team with a charitable donation.
And before the game, we met up with Athletic Director from Valley View, Chris Kiliani, and we're happy to present $250 to the Valley View School District on our support of the local community. We come back inside the booth. A very good game on a beautiful night for high school football. Jan Sechak, and 6-6 the score. Pretty evenly matched. Valley View probably shot themselves in the foot a couple times. Abington, nice drive at the end. Couldn't come up with any points.
And they come away with nothing. But they know they're cutting the ball to start the second half. So that's going to be a little bit of momentum and incentive for them to come out on fire. And we saw that first half. It was a battle of running backs trying to get it going. Then we saw Brady get into it. I mean, this game last year was the same way, same format, very close, and then the second half, Valley View exploded on their run game.
Abington Heights actually led last year 14-7, 28 unanswered points for Valley View in the second half. The Comets don't want to let that happen. No. I don't think it's going to happen tonight that way.
I don't think so. And again, that was probably their mantra this week. Look what happened last year. We're not going to allow that to happen. We worked all year, and they probably have this one circled on their calendar for a revenge game.
Well, I think one of the keys for Joe Repchis was turnovers. None so far tonight for either team. Most of the mistakes have been on penalties, but it's been a very physical game.
Oh, very. I mean, you saw the hit by Gianni Marino right before the half on the quarterback, Brady. I mean, this is what we expected from this team, both these teams. And these guys, with the penalties, especially on Valley View special teams, has killed them. I mean, they've had great returns, and they have to come back deep in their own territory.
Absolutely. So there's not a lot of highlights, but we will get you some highlights right now. Let's go to the videotape, as they say. Nick Bradley, this is probably one of the catches of the year.
Nick Bradley, look, scrambling. Offensive line gave him time to throw. And this was just a tremendous ball. Look at that. He's laying backwards. His feet are going out to the right. He's laying back left. Great concentration. And you see number 13 from Valley View saying, I can't believe that. That was Tim Olkowski. Now, here we go. They went to the inverted wishbone. That's where they put the two halfbacks up front, the fullback back. And that fullback just happens to be that young man right there, Preston Reed. And he pounds that in for 7-yard touchdown. They get this game tied up.
So at the half, Abington Heights, Vergnetti has 8 carries for 34 yards. Bradley, 5 carries for 33 yards. He's 3 of 7 for 57 yards and a touchdown. 23 plays run by Abington, 140 total yards. So we'll get you Valley View's halftime stats in a little bit. But first, let's head to some national highlights. Some great plays from around the country. All brought to you by the Sinclair Friday Night Rivals group. We'll take a look at that, and then Jan and I will be back after this.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Edie going for it all. Has a man out there. Catch is made. Touchdown. Slinger. Lucas Sun, another spectacular catch.
Scrambling for his life, being chased, has the corner, and goes over the top. And that effort's going to get him the first down. Well done, young man.
Here's Clear going deep down the near sideline. Amari Jackson, did he haul it in? It looks like he did. That was tremendous. Lights, camera, action, Jackson. First down and goal. And a toss. Buttery makes one man miss. Shakes off the tackle from left. He is still going. Buttery across the goal line. He is in for the touchdown.
Pitch and go. Looking for Fry. Leaping grab. Touchdown, Hartford.
Nice.
tonight to North Pocono. How about North Pocono? Where's Greg Dolan? He's probably going to be calling me tomorrow saying, we're 4-0.
How come you didn't do us? But then again, he'd say, I want to be up in the booth with you, Bobby.
Yeah, I know.
Valley View, again, this game is going to be crazy. Honesdale's up 7-6 right now over Mid-Valley. I mean, Mid-Valley's undefeated. Crestwood got their first win of the year.
They're
Dallas,
losing. Crestwood's losing to Western Wayne, 14-0.
Okay. Dallas is struggling this year. We saw that week one after Jersey Shore. And Nanticoke is just, I mean, they're just in turmoil. I don't want to say turmoils, but I mean a lot of sadness down there with the passing of Coach Dennis. And it's kind of hard to get that emotion and momentum going.
So let's take a look at our top 10. We'll try to go to give you some scores. And remember, you can see that new top 10 every week on the Fox 56 News First at 10. That will be Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Jan and I look at everything. So Danville's winning. Jersey Shore's beating undefeated Shamokin. Prep plays Del Val tomorrow. Troy's playing tonight. Riverside's beating Lake Lehman. Western Wayne's beating Crestwood. Scranton's beat West. I didn't get a Tamaqua score. We'll look at the Blue Raiders, excuse me.
They're up 21-7 over Jim Thorpe.
There you go. So they go to 4-0. And then we get to our game of the night, Mount Carmel, Southern Columbia.
7-0.
7-0 Mount Carmel at the half. Their only meeting of the season this year. Every year for the last 3 years, they've played twice because they are in AA. Well, the Red Tornadoes are up in AAA. Southern's now in AA. The only meeting this year, that's down at the Silver Bowl. And we will see Mount Carmel against Danville later on in this season. Keys for the second half for both teams, Jan Sicek.
It's going to be the offensive lines. Who's going to be able to endure and really impose their will as this game goes closer to the fourth quarter? I mean, we know Preston Reed is the guy that they're going to feed the ball to for Valley View. Offensively for Abington, I mean, we've seen some really nice runs by Vergnetti and Bradley. I think if they start getting the ball to Theodore and to Bauer, I think it's going to go towards Abington Heights, to be honest with you. I think they have a little bit more established pass game.
So the crowd back in their seats. Salute to service night. That's why Valley View's wearing the dark jerseys tonight. Saw some of the bike riders coming in with a nice police escort. Great ceremony before this game. And you can't beat the weather this time of year. So, Brady Loft has it teed up. We are set for a second half here in Peckville. Goes back deep again to Noah Cale, the sophomore. And the sophomore is taken down just past the 30. And a little extra. And Abington Heights comes out at the 32. Nick Bradley now going to take back over.
Cafe Calaruso, best known for our pizza, also has sandwiches, soups, and a variety of other delicious dishes. Cafe Calaruso is proud to support the Cougars for over 45 years.
So remember, Abington, before the half, went on a 13-play, 75-yard drive as Vergnetti brings it up for a couple yards and didn't score. Does that weigh on a team, or they just say, let's pick up where we left off?
They're just going to pick up where they left off. If they were losing by a point or two or one touchdown, that might be in the back of their head. The game's tied. They were going for it all. And on that replay, you saw Brandon Lizinski, 6'1", 265-pound left guard. He just pulled. He just full blocked right around his left tackle, tried to kick the end out, and they got a nice 5-yard gain on that.
Theodore in motion. No catches so far. Bradley going to be on the quarterback keeper. And, again, he keeps shedding tackles. He did one of those 11-yard runs in the first half where he looked like he was down. He shot through. This same thing, 4 yards, and he's going to be third and short.
And you saw there was a host of black jerseys there. There you go, number 58, Asil Richards, 6'3", 240-pound left tackle trying to kick out the end. And Bradley does a nice job with his vision and his feet.
Brady Skeen had him. Bradley very elusive at 6'1", 195, just a junior. Threw for 22 touchdowns last year and 10 interceptions. So Bradley just going to keep on the Comet push. And 2 yards, and that is an Einen GMC first down.
Well, again, he went to the left side behind his big guys. 6'1", 265, Brandon Lizinski and Asil Richards on that left side, just moving people. Again, enough to get that first down, sustain this drive, keep the ball away from the Cougars.
And really, time of possession becomes a key in this game.
And that was one of the keys for Coach Repshis, was he wanted to try to dictate and control the time of possession.
Vergnetti, nowhere to go. Bunch of Valley View Cougars there, including, look like number 31, Nick Williams.
A.J. Abda, 6'2", 225-pound right guard, does the same thing now. He's pulling to his right. Liam Fick just down blocks. They're trying to kick out. Nice job with the cutback, though.
There you saw Jeff Wasilchak, former coach at Lakeland and Lackawanna Trail, with his brother Scott helping out. So they're both yelling in assignments.
And I believe Jeff is the defensive coordinator.
Correct. Scott is the offense. Bradley keeps it. Can he he doesn't get the block he needs, and the Cougars are there. Loss on the play for the QB, and a host of players there, including Marino.
I mean, that's a tough 1 yard loss right there. They just couldn't hold that outside contain, kick it out. Look at that. Look how they converge. All the black jerseys coming in on that. A host of Cougars coming in, doing a nice job, playing great defense.
Well, now you're in a position where you need to throw, right? I mean, now just 2 runs and pass. You can't sustain that all night long.
No, I mean, you need to be getting at least 3 to 4 yards.
Well,
yeah.
I think you need to throw a first down once in a while or second.
They haven't done anything with their tight end yet either.
4-man rush. A little bit of that is a screen pass. Vergnetti powers up. He's at midfield, but very not even close to a first down. And Abington Heights will have to be forced to punt. Good job by the Cougar defense to read that.
They did a nice job. They had the screenplay set up for this, and the defensive line did a nice job putting pressure on, retrace their steps. And you see the linebackers getting off the stalk blocks, coming up, and then making that key stop.
And, of course, Gianna Marino, the middle linebacker, all region in there. So Nick Bradley's also the punter. McLean back with Kaharski to receive. Low line drive, opportunity for McLean to return it. But look, great. He didn't go down. McLean didn't go down, no whistle. I was going to say great tackle, and it kind of was for a second by Serafinko, but McLean realized, I didn't get a knee down, no whistle. I'm going to keep going. He went an extra 15 yards.
North American Warhorse is the area's premier power sports destination, offering every major line of ATVs, side-by-side, and motorcycle available. While you're there, gear up and add those accessories you can't find anywhere else. North American Warhorse, your power sports superstore.
Cougars will host Honesdale next week. So Valley View now has the ball, and I think we're going to get the chain set. And here we go. So nice return for Beyond McLean. And they start on the I formation. Kaharski, the speedster, very shifty, shoots in, he's inside common territory. Down to the 45, 15-yard gain.
What a great burst by Nick Koharski, 5'9", 165-pound senior. He's getting look from the PSAC schools, and this is why, because he's so elusive. And look how he just cut back on a dime right there. Great burst.
Came in with 162 yards, best run of the night so far for Valley View, and as I said, they are in common territory on one play. Back to Kaharski. Abington Heights read that. -1 on that.
Wow, Shane Bauer did a nice job from his linebacker position. Abington Heights defensive line got moved a little bit, but they didn't break. They just stood their ground in there. You'll see that right in there, and you see how it just collapsed on them. And number 36 coming in there, we're doing a real nice job. Cade Sespico doing a nice job. 6'2", 220-pound junior.
He came in with 4 tackles for a loss. Add one more for the junior. Number 36. Glowinski, little quick out to McLean. Makes one guy miss and makes a couple more. Down the sidelines for Beyond McLean. And he is up forward to the 15-yard line. A 30-yard gain. And Valley View's in business.
Well, and the only reason he's coming off the field is because his shoe came off. A great quick-hitting pitch and catch right there. He cuts back inside, stiff arms, and then he just opens up those big legs of his, those big strides, and he just keeps rumbling and bumbling down there into Abington territory.
They are in the Blaise Alexander red zone. We're in a 6-6 game. Back to the up back, which is Preston Reed, dives forward for a couple. So McLean, 2 big plays so far. He on the punt return and on that pass catch.
And he is so inspired right now, especially with the recognition he got at the beginning of the game, because he's going to be going into the Army at the end of his senior year. I mean, and he spent his junior year at boot camp. I mean, this young man knows what it takes to be successful in life.
That's a tough job. He went all summer in Georgia. So power eye. Gowinski behind Reed, gets the block. Up to the 5. Going to be close to an INGMC first down. Let me see where the mark is.
Power eye left, and they just go quarterback keep. And he has 3 blockers in front of him, the 2 power backs, the up back, and does a nice job getting that first down.
Gain of 9.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Gain of 9, he's 1 yard short. So 3rd and 1, you figure 2 downs here to get that INGMC first down. And Valley View is knocking on the door trying to take the lead. Kind of similar to last year.
Just going to say remnant of last year's game. We're going to run the ball, control the time of possession.
Glowinski off that right side. He's up forward. He will have an IN GMC first down and maybe more. Let's see at the call. He's right at the end zone line, and he's made about a yard short.
Wow, he just did not want to be, he was not going to be denied. He just kept his legs driving and pumping. But you'll see that in there. Great job by the offensive line. You saw 79 coming to your living room. He's just mugging the guy up, driving him, and then he had help from number 79, the center, Nick Marino.
From the Blaze Alexander red zone for the lead, Valley View. Glowinski left side, and it's a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Valley View's going for 2 on this, Bob.
Going for 2, up 6 now on the Glowinski touchdown. That's his 3rd of the season on the ground.
Nice job. He just, look at him. He just like, walk-in touchdown. Not really, but, man, these guys have so much emotion right now. They're both charged up, ready to roll.
They'll go for 2. Glowinski also a very good baseball player. So it was a 7-play, 62-yard drive set up by the McLean return. They're going for 2 from the power I. I saw them practicing this in practice.
Having trouble with your engine, transmission, or brakes? Call Rick at RS Carrilla Transmission and Service Center. His trained and knowledgeable staff will help you with your auto and motorcycle service problems. Serving the Valley and surrounding areas for over 40 years, RS Carrilla is a proud sponsor of Valley View football. Good luck, Cougars.
So Abington Heights has lost 9 straight to this Cougar team. They have an opportunity now to drive the field and take a lead. And how big will that end of the half come to play when it was 4th down and they threw a ball into the end zone? Down for Theodore. A lot of pushing, shoving. No flag. And I'm sure if you're Joe Repshish or Greg Justave on the far side, you're wondering why. And so is Sean Theodore.
Well, Sean Theodore was running a post corner, and he got his feet tangled up when he went to go to the corner route right there. That was the difference, and that's when he was looking, and there really was, I mean, that's just incidental contact.
Yeah, Rich Leslie, the senior for Valley View. But I like the shot. I like the first down called.
Oh, yeah, you got to keep them back. Keep it honest. It does open up a little bit for their run game, but when you've got, Bauer and you have Theodore out there, you got some big targets. Get the ball in their hands.
Quick out to Bauer, in and out of his hands. Little high from Nick Bradley.
The offensive line gave him time to throw. You see that he gets his feet set. He's looking around, scanning, and just high. And again, Bauer is 6'2". That ball was maybe meant for a 6'8" receiver. But again, Shane Bauer gave everything he had to try to get that ball in.
So 2 incomplete passes has Abington Heights in the 3rd and long. We're just still in the 3rd quarter, 4 minutes left. Plenty of time.
Yeah, but you don't want to go 3 and out on this, Bob. They want to try to sustain a drive. I wanted a screenplay now. Nope. Right, drag across.
Little drag. And Theodore gets open, makes a great catch. Leslie on the coverage inside Cougar territory. No flag, so a big gain and a nice pass from Nick Bradley.
He's getting pressure in his face from number 31, but the ball was thrown a little low inside. That was Nick Williams, the defensive end, 6'1", 210-pound senior, putting that pressure, getting in Bradley's face, but he connects for a key first down to keep this drive going.
Absolutely 23-yard gain. An Einen GMC first down for the Comets. Pitch to the up back, and he's hit hard. And that is Anthony Severs, the junior, who had the carry. Who he's hit by, Coach?
I thought it was number 32 in here. And guess what?
Marino.
And number 5. Gianni Marino does a nice job from his linebacker spot, scraping over top, and really just does a great job helping out Aiden Muschel on that, just dropping him down for a short 2-yard gain.
Well, they got positive yardage. That's all that matters. Valley View defense came up big last week against Wilkes-Barre. Bradley, power running. Einen GMC first down, still on his feet. He's going to go for 9 yards, and that, I'm telling you, all left side of the offensive line.
And that's his big side. 6'3", 240, 6'1", 265. Sil Richards, here we go. Just, again, student body left on that. You have your tailback that's mirroring you, so you're thinking option, and he keeps it up inside, and he just weaved that in there. Bobbed and weaved it in there for a key first down.
Yeah, Brandon Lazinski saw him pulling number 53 with a key block. That keeps the drive moving along inside Valley View territory. Abington Heights needs a touchdown, though. Another fullback trap to Thatcher Loss. And he's going to go forward, positive yards.
Watching film on Abington, they do that. They go outside, they'll pass the ball to the outside, then they try to hit you with that inside trap. And again, nice job. 5 yards on a fullback trap. Beautiful.
Back to the eye they go. Jaden Angelin, a sophomore, number 26, dots the eye. And I think they got lost little messed up play, but Nick Bradley makes positive yardage, and he's going to have an Einen GMC first down. That's all Nick Bradley on that. A lot of confusion in the backfield.
As I said earlier, Coach Reps just loves this young man. Again, he was spinning out, and he thought he was going to give the halfback, and then he went to the fullback, and it was just confusion, and he made something out of nothing.
2 sophomores in the backfield that got confused. Just outside the red zone. This one goes to the sophomore, Anglin, and he is hit hard. Vergnetti not back in there. Half a yard on that. Give him 1.
Tyler Skoblik does a nice job from his linebacker spot coming up in there. Number 27 does a nice job. That's Richie Leslie coming up, the senior.
See if I see Vergnetti on the opposite side, number 25, but this is kind of a passing situation. So Severs has come in, the junior.
Haven't seen any bootleg action with Bradley. I mean, his feet are definitely a threat, so, and his arm is too, so use it, baby, use it.
the Shine Like Susan run. It's gained $70,000. He said it started in his sophomore year, and it's still going on. And he also works at the Dick Housen Sports. Not to be outdone, Gianna Costa from Valley View. She's a 4-0 student. She is a member of the track and field team, varsity soccer, and the basketball team. She volunteers for basketball and soccer. 4-year high honor roll and member of the National Honor Society. They are tonight's Figure Law Firm Scholar Athletes. Bob I, Don Secek in the booth. Abington Heights down 6, but on the move on a big third down. Bradley going to look to the inside. No one open. To the end zone for Bowers. Does he get a foot in? He did it. He made a great, spectacular catch, but he couldn't get that foot in. As you saw the referee say, call it right there. Good call. And it goes incomplete and fourth down now coming.
Well, this is what we talked about. Get the ball into your playmaker's hands. And right here, look at this. Great camera work. Wow, high points it, but he did. He landed out of bounds. I mean, great defender right there by number 4. That's Brady Skeen, 6 foot, 180-pound senior. Nice job blanketing that coverage.
Okay, Dominic Vergnetti back in, the senior. He's behind Bradley. They have to go for it on fourth down. Bradley back, has time. Now it's flush, looking for anybody to open. Has someone in the end zone. And he's got John Theodore for a North American Warhorse touchdown. What a play by Nick Bradley, 20-yard strike.
Tremendous job. What did we say, Bob? Get the ball into your best player's hands, and that's what they did 2 plays in a row. And I think Bradley took a heck of a hit right at the end, right when he was releasing the ball. Great camera work by our end zone camera guys. You guys rock. Right in there. Gianni Marino just laid it on him. But again, Bradley doesn't field anything right now other than I just threw a touchdown.
So Farrell in for the PAT for the lead. It is up and it is through. 11 play, 69-yard drive, and Bradley to Theodore for the lead.
Look at this. Good job by the offensive line. Fullback comes up. 25 does a nice job picking up. Watch that hit there by Marino. And again, just a broken down in coverage there. And this is what experienced receivers will do. Sean Theodore does a nice job getting himself open. A big target, touchdown.
5th touchdown through the air for Sean Theodore, our spotlight player before the game. 6'2", 185-pound senior. So now Valley View's trailing. Kind of reminiscent to last week, right? They
Yes,
came back to 1, and then the defense got a big stop with a big interception late in the game against the Wolfpack.
Well, last week they had 3 interceptions, a key one by Gianni Marino at the end of the game to seal the deal for the Cougars. Hopefully they put together a nice drive here, and they can get back in at least field goal range on this drive.
So a good game here, as we expected in the Lackawanna Football Conference Division I. North Pocono up ahead, trying to stay undefeated, 14-7 over Rowell and Paul Pack. Lakeland's losing 49-0. Danville's going to move to 4-0, big win. Riverside also going to go to 4-0. Mount Carmel now is beating Southern Columbia in the third, 7-6. And Towanda beating Wellsboro. We'll see Towanda later on in the year. So Farrell has it teed up. Abington Heights with the lead. Trying to break a 9-game losing streak to this Cougar team. And both teams had focus on who they're going to return the ball, and they do again. Smith now for Valley View. It's been pretty consistent on both sides.
Benny's is celebrating 8 years in business. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery offered at all locations. Join us on Sundays. We have the NFL season pass, tons of football action, and even more delicious food options at Benny's. Benny's, the pizzeria that feeds the Fox 56 crew.
Says you. Dallas and Wilkes-Barre tied. Jersey Shore now losing to Shamokin. Shamokin coming in undefeated. Flip to Kaharski. Gets to the outside. Good gain, about 5.
You see right here, you saw the young man right there, number 5, Shane Bowers, comes up from his defensive position and he gets blocked, but then he comes off the block. But he was talking to the official at the end. So I'm not sure if the official was telling him, hey, be careful of this, or if he was telling the official, watch out for the hold.
Yeah, they ran that play in the first quarter. I think they got a hold on the end there. Preston Reed powers up forward. Now you're going to go to your big fullback, little thunder lightning type action. In gain of 5, it makes it 3rd and short.
There's that fullback trap, number 59, Nico Hazleton, 5'10", 245-pound junior. Again, all they're doing is they're kicking out, center blocks down, guard folds around, kicks up, and he's just following them through.
Mid-Valley beating Honesdale 21-7. That's in the third quarter. 04 just surged ahead of Hanover in the third quarter as well. Back to the run game, and it is Zion and GMC first down at midfield for the Cougars, now trailing by 1.
Berlinski calls his own number on that. Quarterback keep to get a first down, keep the sticks moving, keep the clock moving, more importantly.
Dallas beating Wilkes-Barre 21-14, so a couple scores there. Abington still in that 4-2-5. Kowinski going to throw a long, nice pass, and McLean pulls it in. It's Beyond McLean's night. He does it again, and it's a big touchdown, 50-yard strike, Kowinski, and it's a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Cornerback Rocco Serafinko, the junior, it came up with his hands like, come on, I got pushed. But, again, they're letting the kids play. And, again, what a great night for Beyond McLean. Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to throw the ball. And they go downtown.
And Scott Wasilchek says, what, Valley View can't pass? We can pass. That was a nice pass by Zach Lewinsky. It was a strike, too. McLean ran right under it. That's his third touchdown pass through the air. hit by Jeffrey Wasilchak.
Great job in there by the sophomore, 5'10", 210-pounder. Linebacker coming in. Nice job reading that. He saw the gap in the A gap there, center guard gap, and he just pulled the trigger and went through, and he got a short gain on that.
You almost feel like a first down, second down run situation, play action might fool the Valley View defense.
And it'll try to keep those inside linebackers a little bit more honest in terms of trying to blitz. We saw earlier that Abington did that. They read the blitz, and they gashed them earlier in the first quarter.
Vergnetti, again, up to the 40, third down now. 4 yards on that. Williams on the stop.
Seal Richards, the left tackle, did a nice job with pulling and kicking that end out. And again, but Vignetti does a nice job. He went to his right and then cut back to his left.
Is this a critical third down, or you think there's still enough time where you don't say this is a big third down?
I think they want this first down right now, and they want to control the time of possession right now, and they would love to do an 8-minute drive to seal this game up for the Comets.
Bradley back. Quick hitter over the middle, and Bauer somehow makes the catch. Did it hit the ground? Looking for the officials. I think they're going to give him a catch, Coach, inside Cougar territory.
I'll tell you what, he had his arm underneath that ball. He scooped that underneath. That was a crazy.
That's a catch.
That's a catch.
It never hit the ground.
He had his right arm there, and he just pulled it in, tucked it in, and again, the ground didn't help him catch that ball. Great concentration.
That's almost a 10-yard gain, and INGMC first down. Bowers has made some spectacular catches tonight, especially on the first touchdown of the game for Abington Heights. As Loss gets another carry for a gain of 3.
Nice job in there with the fullback trap in there. Just come on up, trying to keep them honest. They're going to punch you inside, outside. They're going to go long. They're going to go short. That's what Coach Justev has always done with his offense. He tries to keep the defensive coordinators guessing as to what's going to come next.
Back to the eye. Vergnetti off the left side had a hole and powers his way forward. It'll be about a yard short of a first down. But they're sticking with that running game.
Dominic Vergnetti just on a basic ISO play. Nice job. Great ball security. Keeps his legs churning. And he got nice 6 yards on that. Good job.
Mount Carmel still leading Southern Columbia. 2:39 left in the third. 7-6 to score. Low scoring one down at the Silver Bowl. Back here, Bradley. We've seen this Comet push kind of play. Bradley up forward again for an INGMC first down, so the drive continues for the Comets.
And I'm looking at Coach Repshis right now, and he's looking at the clock, and he's like, okay, we're going to take control of this. We're going to use as much of the 35 seconds as we can. Nice job. That time he went to his right side. Predominantly he's been going to his left side, which is his bigger side. But again, A.J. Abt at 225. Miles Knott, the center, is only 195. He's the lightest guy up there, but he's key to that offensive line, making those calls.
Comets head to North Pocono next week. Looks like the Trojans will be undefeated. 5-man front. They think it's a run. Valley View right there. Bradley, this kind keeps it. He fakes out everybody, and he gets the corner and more. Nick Bradley with a huge fake on a big rush from Valley View, and he takes it for an INGMC first down for a 20-yard gain.
That was a great play call by Coach Justev and Coach Repshis in there. I mean, they've been 3 ISO plays just in this series, and what do? Quarterback keep. Perfect timing for that.
We talked about the play action. That works just as well. Great job by Bradley. Good time for the fake because that rush was coming. There was like 8 guys coming right up the middle. Inside the Blaze Alexander red zone. He fumbles. And he falls on it. So Bradley recovers. And again, no turnovers yet tonight.
Well, that was one of the things Coach Repshis, I said earlier in the pregame, he was doing a yin-yang. He wants great ball security, but he wants to try to get turnovers. And right there, just a little fumble on it. You can see Coach Justev talking to him, say, settle down, you got this, let's go.
Western Wayne in the fourth quarter, shutting out Crestwood 14-0. The Wildcats looking to remain undefeated. Abington, Bradley keeper. Makes a move, but the defense is right there, almost to the original line of scrimmage. Nick Kaharski was the stop.
Yep. Nick Kaharski did a nice job from his cornerback position coming up. And again, Gianni Marino, you see him right there scraping just to make sure that it was taken care of.
So you're in 2-down territory, right? I mean,
Yes.
No field goal here because you're really down 5.
It doesn't do you any good.
Not with the clock rolling this late in the game.
And this is where Abington wanted to be. They wanted to control the clock. Hopefully they get this touchdown to go up and really put the pressure on Valley View.
Valley View defense made a good play last week. Tried to set up a screen and it went in and out of the hands of Vergnetti's hands. Not sure what kind of yardage he would have gotten because he was really ahead. That's the last play.
Let's see. I have to see. Here's the screenplay. Again, he was under a lot of duress from number 31, Nick Williams, getting right in his grill, not being able to get that completion that he wanted.
So Abington calls timeout in a critical call, 4th and 13, deep in Cougar territory with 4:07 remaining. They want to talk it over, but they may need those timeouts for later in the game.
Tomorrow is another all-day college football Saturday on Fox. Game 1 kickoff is at noon with the number 4 Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. Then the Oregon Ducks battle the Oregon State Beavers. At 7, UCF travels to TCU in a Big 12 matchup. All 3 Saturday games features unbeaten 2-0 teams. Get your fill of college football all day tomorrow, only on Fox 56.
Okay, what do you call? It's 4th and 13. What is the strategy here? You need to get a first down. That's obvious, right? That's Captain Obvious says
Yes,
that.
Captain,
But what is it? What do you think's working? They haven't gone to the tight end yet.
They haven't, and I said earlier, Bob, about that bootleg waggle action that they could set up very easily, play action, and they showed it with the ISO. They could go ISO right with the fullback, tailback, have your tight end drag across. I mean, that's what I would do. I would do something, especially with Nick Bradley being able to run the ball as well as he does.
I think Valley View's going to send the pressure. That's just my feeling. Doesn't look like it, though. 4-man front.
And they drop 3 back deep.
They need to get to the 9 for the first. Bradley back. Halftime. Looking left the whole time. Little quick in. Sean Theodore looking for the penalty. He doesn't get it. Good defense by Rich Leslie. And Valley View takes over on downs.
But they went to that 3-man front. They still got pressure on them, which is surprising. And this is football. I mean, Sean's going to come up saying, hey, look, come on. He's going to try to sell it to the officials, but they would have thrown the flag if they thought it was.
As you said, they've let them play all night long. So, again, let's see if it goes back all the way to the halftime when they couldn't score for Abington. That could be a very critical play in the game. I mean, he maybe had his left hand. It's hard to tell.
It looked like he may have draped his right arm on the inside of his hip. But
okay, Abington with 2 timeouts. Glowinski gets the corner and slides down short of a first down. I'm not sure. I understand he wants to keep the clock moving. I think he needs to get the first. But being about 3 yards short.
See that? They just go with the quarterback keep, and he comes back in here. Slides at the 31.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yep.
I think they gave him less than he actually gained more, I think.
He did. I think that what they did was they went where his hand hit down when he slid.
It's when you start the slide.
Yeah, yes.
So
it's a judgment call.
Yeah. Lewinsky is going to run that play clock down. Read the power back up through. Let's see if Coach Repchis calls timeout. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving. Not the time to do this. And now we got 3 flags in. So I would assume this might be offsetting, because I don't know if at this point in the game, if the referees want to call unsportsmanlike on one team, unless it was so blatant.
It was blatant. And again, number 3 for Abington, he's got to keep that's Evan Davis. Should have kept his cool on that, because the flag came in. He got the flag that he was looking for, but he got so steamed about it, then he pushed back, so it's going to be offsetting.
After the play, personal foul, offense number 59. After the play, personal foul, number 3, defense, penalties offset, first down.
Now, more important, does the clock roll when the ball is placed down? They get
No, if they're a penalty, it should start on the snap.
Right, so that's actually a break for Abington.
Yes. If you want to call it a break.
Yeah,
yes.
well,
let's look for some. Yeah, right, Bob. We're looking for something positive for Abington right now, and that is a positive.
Okay, well, here's a positive. It's
no,
third down. They
started the clock.
Yeah, it does. So I would suspect Lewinsky's going to run this down. Instead, he comes up and he runs the play. Lewinsky, Abington's defense can't hold him. He gets an Einen GMC first down at the 40, and they'll move the chains.
Brody called number 50 left guard. They just went quarterback power. He pulls from his left guard, kicks out the right, just to add that extra man, the overlap in there.
Now they're taking their time, Valley View. 2 timeouts remaining for Abington. You figure a play and then the timeout, or Lewinsky just powers forward. Does Coach Repchis use it now or wait? I mean, that was a key first down for Valley View. Abington needed to stop them at that point.
They did, and this is now the time is not Abington's friend right now. And there's no 2-minute stoppage, 2-minute timeout, nothing. This is going to be a tough one for Abington, because they really came in with a good game plan here. They just couldn't execute. And, Bob, you said, is that first half going to come back? And I guess you could say that now, yes.
I mean, it's hard to tell, but, I mean, that you're looking at a 13-play drive, 75 yards. You get 0 points out of it. And Lewinsky, Einen GMC first down into common territory, and I think that will just about do it as Valley View wins looks like it's going to win their 10th straight over Abington. So Valley View will host Honesdale, who was losing tonight to Mid-Valley right here at John Hens' Veteran Memorial Stadium. Abington will head to North Pocono as Preston Reed holds on to the ball. And let's see if Abington calls their timeout. I believe they will. Abington will call their second timeout of the game. Jan's going to go down, and he is down already, going for the players of the game, which will be Beon McLean, the senior, and Zach Lewinsky, the senior quarterback, will be the players of the game from Valley View. It looks like they will go to 3-1 on the year. Abington Heights will drop to 2-2, and here you see what's coming up for Valley View. Again, Honesdale here, then to Scranton undefeated. North Pocono, Del Val, Valley West, Wallapapack. So the middle of the schedule, very difficult. The end of the year, maybe not so much. We'll see how that plays out for both teams. But that 4A District 2 is wide open this year with Dallas 0-3. Valley View now 3-1. Honesdale had the lead. They will relinquish that lead in the district because they are about to lose to Mid-Valley. So we'll see how that plays out. Our schedule, boy, we have a top 10 matchup for you next week. No matter what Scranton Prep does tomorrow against Delaware Valley, I assume they'll be in the top 10. They will go to Scranton to meet the undefeated Knights. Then we have Western Wayne. We'll go to Honesdale. And then the big one, Mount Carmel and Danville, October 4th. So Glowinski, depending on if Abington Heights calls timeout, and they will, should be it's the last timeout for Abington. It should be the game. I believe Valley View will just have to run one more play to run out this clock. And again, just like last year, Valley View surges ahead in the second half of this game, although not as big. They scored 28 last year. This game, they scored 12, and it looks like they're going to hold on for a 5-point win. And maybe Abington Heights fans might look back at that long drive before the end of the second quarter where they came up empty and on fourth down had the pass play deep in Valley View territory. We're not sure how that would have played out even if they had a field goal. There's the rankings right now in the conference, Division I rankings. North Pocono again 4-0, Scranton 4-0, Abington 3-1, while Paupack lost to North Pocono. They'll drop Delaware Valley looking for that first win of the season, but it's going to be tough against Prep tomorrow. And Valley View will go to 2-2. So one of the toughest conferences in all of the state. As the coaches will tell you, it's a physical conference to play in. And there's no easy games week to week. So a big night for Beyond McLean. Has a long touchdown pass and played well on special teams. And Glowinski had a touchdown pass and a touchdown run. And this should do it as Preston Reed going to power through. It's an Iden GMC first down. And they'll stop the clock momentarily to set the chains. Oh, there is a penalty marker, so that's going to stop the clock. And if this goes against Valley View, we'll back them up. It was third down. Jason McDermott, our referee tonight. John Pasco, our umpire.
It's a hold. Hold on number 5. Hold on number 5. It's going to start now on my whistle, right? Holding. Number 5, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay third down.
So you see the hold, see the penalty, they'll roll the clock, and I expect one more play to be run here before we end this game. It's really taking a while on a beautiful night. Salute to service night here, and it's going to be a big win for the Cougars at home over the Comets. As I mentioned, their 10th straight, which is just unbelievable to me, the way these two teams have played over the last few years. Abington Heights, again, one of the favorites in 5A, along with Delaware Valley. But they still have a lot of their schedule left. Preston Reed holds on to the ball, and he powers up and through. And the 40-second clock should start, and that should do it. So we'll run the last 30 out. And the Cougar faithful rise to their feet to salute the home team Cougars, who trailed in this game at one point, 13-12, but then drove down the field for the winning touchdown from Beyond McLean and Zach Lewinsky as they combined on a big pass play. That will do it. Horn sounds. The Cougar faithful will celebrate here in Peckville. Comets will regroup, head to North Pocono next week. Honesdale here for Valley View. And Jan down on the field to present the FNR trophy to the Cougars one more time. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight who made this game possible, including Benny's and Cafe Colorusso, celebrating the Valley View win, and of course all of our sponsors here every week on Friday Night Rivals, including North American Warhorse and Blaze Alexander, to just name a few. Great job by our crew tonight. Mr. Valley View himself, Ernie Mangoni on replay. John Klingerman doing yeoman's duty on audio and engineer. Alex Grossman on camera, Tyler Peterson upstairs as well. So, waiting for Jan to grab some interviews and present this FNR plaque to the winning team. Let's go down to Jan as he presents the trophy to the winning team. And what a great night. Jan with the interviews and our players of the game.
Good evening, and here we are with a star quarterback, star running back, star receiver. Start out with Zach. Zach, that last drive. Talk to me about the last drive you had.
Yes, sir. I've been practicing with this kid since June. Then he went away. Thankfully, came back to us, and it's like he never left. Great player, made the kid miss, and yeah. Yes, sir.
You sealed it. That's 10 wins in a row for you guys now at Valley View. Congratulations. Beyond, I want to say thank you for your service that you're going to provide for us for the country. You had a heck of a reception. Did that help you at all during this game?
Yes, sir. It helped tremendously. Great throw by Zach right here. Good blocking by the O-line, and great all around.
So you had two key kick returns. One was negated. I mean, you got your team going back into it. What was going through your head?
I was just thinking, man, we got to get this ball going or we're going to lose. So I had to set my game up.
Zach, as a quarterback, you are not really known for passing, but you did a great job. So what did you think about that passing game?
Oh, yeah, that was a play we ran for several years, and I couldn't do it out with my line up front. They gave me a ton of time so I could really track down him. And, yeah, he made a hell of a play, too.
Your offensive line did a tremendous job tonight. Make sure you guys buy them pizza,
Absolutely.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Guys, congratulations. Number 10 for you guys. Valley View, again, with another win. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one. That wraps it up here at Valley View, Jack Hens's Memorial Stadium.
Well, not quite, Jan. We got to tell what people we're going to be next week. But Jan, great job down there with the player interviews and a big win for Valley View and a great high school football game. You know, one of the best. We've been very lucky this year on Friday Night Rivals. We had some great games. Next week again, Prep down at Scranton with the Knights. That should be another Big 11 type battle. We'll be live on the air next Friday night at 7 p.m. So what a beautiful night here on Friday the 13th.
Watching North American Warhorse Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships on MyTV WQMY.